bout that business, that business. Boy, we bout that business. It get real up in that field, but got built bout that business. That business, that business. Boy, we bout that business. This all hustle, this ain't luck, lady buck. About that business, bout that business, that business. We trending on retreat, bout that business, that business. All we know is win, ain't no defeat. We bout that business, that business. Competition can't compete. We bout that business, that business. Number one, I feel it in my cleats. Hey, we got facts, we got stats. Not to mention trending topics. You the champ? No, that's cap. Drilling, killing all the guys. Please don't try that, boy. You know we hotter, boy. Making all kind of noise. We on fire. What you know about them Ohio boys? We bout that business, that business. Boy, we bout that business. It get real up in that field, but got built bout that business. That business, that business. Boy, we bout that business. This all hustle, this ain't luck, lady buck. About that business, bout that business, that business. We trending on retreat, bout that business, that business. All we know is win, ain't no defeat. We bout that business, that business. Competition can't compete. We bout that business, that number one, I feel it in my cleats.
Yeah, we back, baby. Listen, this is the time of our lives to understand what this bowl season is about. I'm heartbroken, but I still have hope. What say you, Lady Buck? What's happening, man? What am I doing here? What am I doing? What am I doing here?
It's very interesting. Very interesting season. Bowl season. Very surprising results to the season. Let's start off with, because we're going to talk a lot about that OSU game. And I believe we're going to have some guests come in that want to talk as well. Let's start off with some of the lesser games that didn't really, matter to us. Let's talk about Oregon at Texas Tech.
Wow.
One thing we are seeing is a showdown of the Big Ten. We are seeing how the playing field is even. It's evening out. I mean, look at the SEC. Texas Tech did not score a point. They got blown out by Oregon. So that SEC king of that's over, people.
Thank you very much.
That's over. So Oregon played a great game. I really thought Texas Tech was going to have something for Oregon. They were going to be competitive, although you and I both picked Oregon to win it. But I thought it was going to be a close game. I just thought it was going to be more competitive than this, and it wasn't. So far, it's just been a raggedy, ugly bowl season.
It has been. I agree.
Then we have Bama and Indiana.
Wow.
Now, I took Bama to win it. I didn't think Indiana had enough firepower in them. I just didn't think they had it. But Indiana proved, and I got to give it to them, that they do have it. They played a perfect game.
Oh,
not that many penalties. They played. I saw a different side of Indiana. I saw a little more toughness. So I am surprised by how they played, and I am surprised how Bama played. Very weak game. 38-3 or something like that. That's just not how that's not how the bowl seasons normally go. These games are normally competitive. Except for last year when OSU ran the table and played like no other team has ever played before in the bowl games. But so now we have Georgia and Ole Miss, which I think is going to be a runaway. I hope that we get entertained and Ole Miss really has something for Georgia, but I don't know if that'll happen. But more so, what happened in that OSU and Miami showdown last night, in your opinion?
Our coaching staff let the team down. They did. They left the team down. They left the fans down. There was no passion on the side of Ryan Day. Had no passion. He did not uplift those. We've got I think they said there was five of those players can go in the first round, and
Yeah.
you didn't use them to their proper
No.
abilities. It was horrible. The coaching was horrible. The play of saying it was like they told him not to throw the ball to the two best receivers coming into the National Football League. These guys are going to be drafted. Well, not Jeremiah Smith, but Carnell Tate will be drafted in the first 10 picks.
Yeah.
You didn't run the ball with Bo Jackson. You didn't do anything that we knew for 3 weeks. You
Yeah.
should have been practicing on. I'm so I'm so mind up by the coaching staff that I couldn't believe it. I'm really at a loss of words, and I really need all fans to come in and take
Yeah.
the edge, because this is horrible. This was horrible.
I'm gonna add 87. Let me see. I'm gonna add 87 All American to the call. We are analyzing. This is 87 All American. This is we got Jason, the Super Buckeye fan, and they're driving back from the game.
Hey, be safe, baby.
Yes, first of all, be safe and welcome. We are unraveling what happened, what we thought happened last night in the Miami Ohio State showdown. What is your take? Super Buckeye or 87 All American?
87 All American, what's your take? I think Rest and Rust had Ohio State down in the first half, and I just don't like the long layoff for the buys.
Me either. It's proven to be.
That takes a lot out of their energy.
Yeah, 25 days off.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. But besides that, they look kind of unprepared. I really think our personnel changes and our coaching staff had something to do with how we look. I think that. What do you guys think?
What'd you say, Ladybug?
I think that our recent changes in our personnel staff had something to do with how we looked. What do you guys think? I mean, with the hard line and Ryan Days calling the plays, and even the defensive scheme that I saw last night that we never adjusted, that we always played off the ball, that didn't even look good to me. What's your thought?
From playing football, it doesn't matter who makes the calls, who calls the plays. You still got to play. I mean, it doesn't matter who makes the calls.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
they were rusty. They did the first half. They just didn't have the energy.
Okay, there we go. All right. Is that audio?
Hey, I got you on my phone, but I'm going to hang up and we're going to talk to you through Dave's phone.
No, talk to your phone. Your phone's louder.
Or we can talk through my phone. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Keep talking, man. Keep talking, man. I need to hear you, man. I need to hear you.
Can you see me?
No, we see darkness, but we know you're driving.
I need to hear you. You were there firsthand. You were there firsthand, watching the game, watching the sideline, seeing all the ins and outs of that game. And firsthand, I believe that you saw what I saw. What you see?
Well, you take the play that the interception return for the touchdown.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Smith, he missed a block. That's something that you don't have. That's just from lack of concentration.
Okay.
He missed the block, which caused, and the guy knew, from watching film, he knew what to play. He knew what was coming. Jeremiah Smith didn't make the block, so it was an easy pick six.
Right.
He makes that block, you get 10, 20 yards.
Okay. But then my whole thing is, yeah, that's true. I just didn't even like the call to put it in the air at that point. We were getting it done on the ground.
Well, at that point they wouldn't, because at the end of the first half they had a -3 yards rushing.
But on that drive, we were
doing pretty good. But I still don't. To me, the call was fine to me. I mean, they've been doing that all year. The call was fine. I mean, it's just a lack of concentration and not making a block that you make 9 out of 10 times.
True.
Wow. You know what? I didn't even think about that, Dick.
I didn't either.
I never thought about execution.
I'm going to be honest with you. He's going to tell you the truth. We might not like it, but he's going to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. So I got objective and say, yeah.
He's a first team All-American. That block he makes, he makes that block daily.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like he didn't even try. I mean, it's like if you go back and watch it, it's like he didn't even try to stop the guy.
So let me ask you a question. Was there any kind of? Let me ask you a question. Was there any kind of on your thought being there? Was there any kind of manipulation in the game at all, or was there? It looked like to me someone wasn't doing what they're supposed to do because of outside forces. What do you think? Not conspiracy guy. No conspiracy guy. I'm just saying.
To me, I just think they were off 25 days, and you're not playing. I mean, it's not like you're playing a slouch.
Right.
You're playing somebody in the college football playoff.
That's hungry.
And they're coming to play, like the one commentator said, Miami's got first round draft picks all over the field, just like Ohio State does.
They do.
And I just don't think Ohio State they haven't played that kind of speed from the front line. You know, and then
Wow.
you play a team that wanted it more than you did.
And I saw that. I saw that across the board. I saw that. What amazed me was the adjustments. I did not see no adjustments on our offensive line. The scheme for the offensive line was horrible. There was no protection.
No,
Am
but
I wrong on that, or what was I missing on that?
There was nothing they could do. The guys were too fast for them. They just outran them.
They outplayed us.
So as far as recruiting, what will we do to protect our quarterback from speed rushers?
But wait, let me interject, because I did see an adjustment in the second half. When we came back after halftime,
Buckeye fan,
they started to do good. I did see the necessary blocks, and when we started rallying back, and if that field goal's not missed, we're tied up. So I did see that adjustment. What I did not see was an adjustment in the defense, the defensive scheme.
Right. Well, after the break, when they came back in the second half, both the offense, they kept the defense on the bench, which made it easier for the defense. Which gave them time they got back to, what was it, 17-14?
Yeah.
They got back, but then the offense goes back to, then Miami their defense steps back up.
Gotcha. So they adjusted.
Yeah, they adjusted to, Cristobal adjusted to Ohio State coming back, and he was like, hey, we got to put some more pressure on him. We got to put the pressure back on him. So he started coming with the pressure again.
Yeah.
And then it started stalling, and then Ohio State's defense back on the field. And they were wore out.
Yeah, you could see it. Hands on the hips. And listen, I'm going to say this to Miami fans everywhere. And, college football fans everywhere. I'm not saying that you guys didn't play a good game, and hey, congrats to you. You wanted it more. What I am saying is that just wasn't typical Ohio State football that fans were used to. Just was not used to that. And it was surprising to me. It wasn't surprising that Miami was coming with the heat, because I knew they would, because again, there's a lot on the line. So I'm going to give them their credit. I do believe there was one penalty, I think, in the whole game, and that was on us. It was a fair and square game. I just didn't like what I saw from my team, and that's just it.
No passion. There was no passion. I saw no passion.
Their game plan coming in, Ohio State's game plan coming in was they knew Miami was going to bring the heat. So how do you beat the heat? You beat it with screens. That's how you beat the pressure. You throw screens, and that's what they tried to do. But, like I said, just mentally not in the game. You miss a block here and there. The pick six, you take the pick six out of it, Ohio State wins.
So that 25 days off really hurt us, right? That's your take.
That's my take, and it showed in the Texas Tech game.
Yeah.
Now it didn't show in the Indiana, but now to me, Indiana is the most complete team in the nation.
They're gonna win it.
Now, Bama is your team. How did you feel about that game? I know you couldn't really watch it, but
we listened to it.
Okay.
But like the board said, there's nothing we can do.
Yeah, because I mean, now that was surprising to me. I thought Bama was going to come and be a little more complete. I picked Bama to win because I just didn't think Indiana had enough, but I was proved wrong today. Indiana played a good game. I mean, they played. They showed toughness, resilience, and they didn't really have to be too resilient because they were able to do whatever they wanted. And I just didn't see Bama coming with that.
No, Ladybug, I'm here. I'm with my brother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget about me.
Oh, I'm not. I thought you were going to be on the same phone.
I think they peed down their pants, man. Julian saying when he was taking the snaps, his hands were shaking so bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm thinking the moment, because we had two big moments this season, and I did just think in his youth, maybe it just wasn't the time. He's just not ready. Next year he'll be a little more ready. But I say that he just couldn't handle.
Why did they not bring in the other quarterback, Holder? Why didn't they bring in St. Clair? Why didn't they just use the weapons that they have on that team? Why?
They used Jeremiah Smith, 157 yards and touchdown. That's all they had to do to beat him, and they never kept going to him.
I know.
Yeah, that was it. Do you think that was fear?
I didn't understand the philosophy of. Okay, the defense, we did it. They did not show up, but the offense, you've got two All-Americans on the ends, and you don't throw the ball and let them compete for the ball? That made no sense to me. I don't care if you're under duress. You throw the ball up in the air, let them go down with the ball. That was crazy to me.
Yeah, they didn't get the ball. Well, Tate, I don't think Tate was not ready to play.
Tate was scared.
He played scared. He played scared football the whole night.
You saw that too?
Yeah, he played scared. He was scared to get hit. You know, he was, like they said, he was chicken arming. You know, he didn't want to reach up there and grab the ball.
Yeah, because he dropped two passes.
You know, and he was like, "Man, I don't want to take them."
I told you about college football. I apologize, but he's going to tell you the truth.
No, I mean, hey, we can handle the truth over here. I'm just trying to see. My end result is the moment was too big for saying. I felt like the play calling to me was scary.
I think the moment was too big for Ryan Day.
No, because he's been there before. I don't think that moment was too big.
This time was different.
No, I don't. I think with him,
this was a repeat.
I think with him taking over that play calling, that was something that was new. I mean, well, not really new because he's done it before, but the timeline and how things happen with Hartline leaving and all of that. You can't tell me that didn't. It showed. It made an impact on that game, but just like 87 said, we can't blame it all on the play calling because you've got to execute. And now that you guys are pointing out the scariness of the receivers of Cornell Tate, and then Julian saying, again, I was going into this game, I thought the moment was really big for saying, and I was a bit nervous about how he would perform.
Too big.
And you could tell the difference between him. You take Carson Beck, he did everything right.
Yep. He's been there before.
When he had to use his legs, he used them. When he had to lower his shoulder, he did it.
Yep.
You know, he wasn't going to let, even though Ohio State started coming back, he wasn't going to let Miami lose.
Yep, and that comes with experience. That comes with experience. You have to be experienced to know what to do, and that's all saying is lacking. Now, for next season, he's not liking that anymore. He's got those
but
jitters
our
out.
defense should have made Beck look like that. That's the reason why Georgia let him go, because he was back. And yes, the experience of going through the rigorous of being a Georgia quarterback helped him. He's still back. He's still back. He'll be a 6th, 7th round draft pick. He will be sitting somewhere looking at a chart somewhere. He is not he was more garbage to me than Sayin was. Even though he had 2 or 3 plays that made a difference. He was not the decision maker for that win. He was not. He just wasn't.
Yeah.
And I mean that.
Now, and you know, his completion rate was off the chart, but look who you throwing the ball to.
Right.
I mean, you got the best receivers in the nation. I mean, I could throw for 80%.
Brandon Ellis, Jeremiah Smith.
I mean, you got that kind of receiving core. I mean, you know, just think if the backup quarterback, what's his name, Sinclair?
Yep.
St. Clair and Kleinholt.
I mean, they could probably do the same thing throwing to them guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, true. So again,
but if you'd have put St. Clair or what's his name, Kleinhost, they got legs. They can run the ball. Sand does not run the ball. He's scared. He was scared. He looked like a little kid playing big league football.
But that's just
it. He's not a friendly quarterback.
But that's what Miami came out to do. That's why, them first couple of hits they put on him, he was through.
He was done. He was done.
Yep.
He was cooked. Barbecued up.
But see, that's what experience does for you, though. And that's all he needed was this experience and more experience to be ready to play for under those big lights. You know, under those because both big performances he did not do well. And like Jason said, his hands were shaking so bad, he was nervous. And we could all see that. So he just needs more experience. You know, Beck had way more experience than him, you know, playing for Georgia, then now playing for Miami. And, again, Miami was hungry. They did their homework.
Here's the thing, though, Lady Buck. You have the ultimate team to win a national championship. I'm not saying next year won't be the same. I'm not saying that. But you have the ultimate team to win a national championship, and you crap your pants. That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It really is. And I know that he has to grow into his pants, and he has to grow up, and this and other. Everybody say that. Unacceptable. You have 2 of the best receivers in the nation, and you don't get them the ball. That's Ryan Day, and that's your quarterback. Period.
Well, I think Ryan Day we need an OC. That's what we need. Period. You know.
You need what?
We need an OC. We need an OC since Hardline's gone, and we got to know who's calling those plays. You know.
From the Raiders, you need Chip Kelly back. There you go.
See, my whole thought was, I wish we would have grabbed him to get us through. To get us through this these playoffs because of what we were dealing with, not having an OC, and then Ryan Day taking back those responsibilities.
Well, I think it comes down to college football. They need to change. No, you should have no transfer portal. Nobody leaving your school until after the national championship game.
Absolutely. That needs to change. And again, like you said, those 25 days off for any team is too long.
Yeah, I mean it's too long, but and like I said, Indiana, Signetti said he's like, hey, we didn't let the rest bother us, and that's just a team, that's never been there, never done nothing, not even a football school, and they want it,
right?
And I think they're going to be hard to beat.
And look, watching them today, I agree. Before today, I was like, yeah, they're gonna get smoked. Everybody's getting ready to see what they're about. Whatever. They played Ohio State on the worst game, of the season. But after watching them today, they play spectacular. And they're tough. And they want it. You can tell that they want it, and they are going to be hard to beat. I can't tell you now who's going to be in the national championship and who's going to win it. I can't even tell right now.
No, it's getting, no matter who I like or whatever, it's getting good, and I think it's going to come down to it's going to come down to two good ball games next week.
I hope so. Because these right here, these quarterfinals, they were garbage again. It's just we just saw more competitive games last year. And now we're seeing, these blowouts. It's just not making for a good football day.
Right.
So we gotta change something.
And it makes the fans think, did you put the right 12 teams in?
16 teams.
It does.
Get it right.
I think Notre Dame should have been in there.
I do too. I always thought. We got to do something with these 5, with the Tulane, and we got to do something with that.
Conference champs. What do? You got to go to 16 teams. I know you can't see me. I'm just talking.
Yeah.
You got to go to 16 teams to eliminate that shit.
And will that eliminate it? Because we've got to figure something out there.
Yeah, I think they just need to change the conference championship thing. Just because you're a conference champ don't mean you're a top 4.
Right. I agree with that. I agree because it's causing these whole playoffs have been boring. These have been the worst playoffs ever.
Right, because
not just because my team lost. It's just watching the game. They've been boring.
Yes, because you take.
Let me ask you a question.
Who have they really beat?
Who the teams that are in now?
Texas Tech. They were the number 4 seed, but who?
Right.
Who did they play? Who did they beat?
But if you look at all of the teams, even like you said, like Notre Dame should have been in. Nobody's played anybody. The schedule sucks because everybody's had sort of a cupcake schedule. It's not
here's the solution, guys. Here's the solution. The solution is this. Can you hear me, Jay? Can you hear me?
I know.
Okay, so
that you're going. Can you hear me?
They have to take.
Wait a minute. Buckeye Bill. Jason saying something.
I know you're going to post this on YouTube, but he is a first-time All-American football player.
This is 87 All-American.
When you post it,
on with us.
Let him know Carmichael, number 1, was an All-American football player.
Got you. And when I post the reel, I'll make sure I include that. That's why I wanted to hear his take, so bad.
Well, I got you. I got y'all so much lined up. God, well, Ladybug, I showed you today who else gonna get there next
I
week, did
know
I?
it. I ain't saying nothing. No, I know it. And
The
thank you,
closest I
Jason.
the closest I could get today was my All-American brother-in-law. But now he knows more football than I would ever know. I don't. I mean, it's not just because he's my brother-in-law. He's played college ball. He's played. I mean, he was All-American. He's smart. He knows this stuff.
Yeah,
Hey,
because
David.
everything's yeah,
David. Hey, David. David. Is he there?
Yeah.
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 He's on the phone.
David, are you there?
Yes.
Hey, David. I will say one thing. I tried to do some like research on you. Yes, you are spectacular, son. Um, I'm impressed that first of all that you keep giving Jason enough time to talk. Very impressed by that. Because I know that when it's time for you to say what you have to say, it's going to be probably a remarkable conversation. And Jason, I'll tell you this. Thank you very much for your support and your love, man. It means more to me and to Ladybug and probably to you also that you will never know. And thank you, brother. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and sometimes, and thank you, 87 too, David, because sometimes you have to see things from another perspective. Being a diehard Buckeye fan and wanting to know where to point the finger. Sometimes you have to face the music that you really don't want to face.
That's right. Now I was always a true believer. I was like, hey, it don't matter who makes my calls. I've got to execute.
Got
You're
to.
right.
It's no matter what you call. I've got to execute. If my 11 execute what I call, then we'll win.
And you can pivot. I get it. When your manager tells you to do this and that's not the right thing to do, you go and do something different to make the sale. You have to make the sale. You have to make the sale.
Right. And he gives his. That's just like you were talking about. That's like work. I give my supervisor. You can, if you see something different, make the call. Saying didn't do that.
Right. Pivot.
True. Sure did.
You got the green light. Make the call. I mean,
Right.
if you see something different, and he didn't do that.
Right.
So
Exactly.
do you think, David, that even next season is enough experience and time for him to
No.
improve next
No, not yet.
Oh yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
year? Okay.
I really do.
Okay.
TV.
Hey, where you at right now, man? What state you traveling through right now?
I think we're still in
Tennessee.
Arkansas.
No, we're
No,
in
we're in Tennessee now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You're getting close. You're
We're
getting
for
close.
Nashville,
Yeah.
Knoxville.
Nashville.
We're in Nashville,
Okay,
Tennessee.
y'all coming up now. Y'all coming up. Okay, I got you. Hey,
That's how dedicated we are. We're traveling and we're being part of this podcast.
Thank you.
and
Yes.
you
Thank
know
you. I
how
appreciate
special
it.
that is to me that you're on the road and you are willing to get on the podcast to just be a part of this, man. I really appreciate that.
We will always be a part of this, man. We're gonna make it grow, man. I will get players on the podcast. Did I not get a player last week?
Yes, you
Yes,
did.
yes, you did, sir.
I'll get a player every week if I can do it. And they're so busy with schedules and stuff, it's hard to get them. But Ted Ginn said, I can do it, but I can't do it till next week.
And that's fine.
So excited.
But what I can tell you is, your journey was not when you went to Texas. Do you think that you lost perspective of Ohio State or not?
No. Enjoyed every minute. No, enjoyed every minute.
The
I was not
ambiance,
letting
everything
I was
you
heartbroken. I was heartbroken
other than the
lost.
win, you enjoyed Buckeye fans.
I got to spend time with my family in AT&T Stadium watching the Buckeyes. How can you be mad? You can't.
Exactly.
True.
That's what I wanted to get out of you.
I'm not one of those dudes, man. I'm not one of those. I don't want to cuss. I'm not one of those bash talkers.
Right.
And
Man,
because I know there's a lot of people watching this, and I'm trying not to cuss. But the experience, I wouldn't change it for the world. I got to spend time with my brother-in-law and my nephew. And remember, Quentin Walker, he will be the running back for Ohio State in 7 years. He's 12-year-old right now, but he's a stud.
Where's he out of? Where's he out of? Where's he out of? What where's he out of?
Kentucky.
Okay.
Kentucky.
Yeah, I wanted to put that on wax, man. I want you to tell me what's happening.
Right.
I'll tell you
Well,
this,
Dave,
man. Hey,
Dave
listen.
knows more about him than I do. It's his baby.
So where's David
Bill,
at?
everybody
Where you at, man? I can't hear you,
I'm
babe.
right here. I'm right here.
Huh?
Everybody thinks he's doing. Everybody wants him to be a football player.
We do.
But the kids, he's a southpaw. You know, he's a lefty. And
and
his sport, yeah, and his sport. I mean, baseball is his sport.
oh,
I mean, he can play all three.
Though, man, the minor leagues is horrible.
well, we got to start recruiting. We got to start recruiting him now.
The minor leagues is horrible.
Yeah, he can play all three, but I mean, he's a stud. He's really a stud at baseball.
Oh, they might grab him up.
He'll be a stud at football now.
Well, we've got our answers, and so we want you guys to get there safely, and we'll end it with that. You know, hey, Miami won it fair and square. These bowl games, none of us like the transfer portal the way that's going. We don't like the 25 days, and we don't like the Power 5, the 2 lanes, and we've got some fixing to do with this playoffs.
Where's Notre Dame at?
They're sitting at home. They're sitting at home.
But
You know?
hey, Ladybug,
Yeah.
like my stepson said, he said, don't be surprised if you see Smith at Miami next year.
Real? Why you say that?
Because if they offer him more money and he's from Miami,
He's gone.
he's gone. Just like
We can't have that.
that's
Man,
what
we can't
college
have that.
football.
You know what?
You know, that's
And
what hurts
then-
college football.
See, that's the problem with this
You are
money
not
thing.
the only person who said that to me today. You are not joking. He looked like he wanted to be with his friends.
I mean, they gave
Your
him
phone.
much
He
respect
did.
after
He
the
did.
game.
He did. He
Oh
looked
yeah.
like he wanted to be with his boys, and those was his boys. He grew up with them boys. Overton, Overtown, all down. He grew up there, and he looked like he wanted to be with his friends.
And not only that, he wants to be where somebody's going to be able to get the ball to him.
Exactly. But Beck's going to be gone. So who's going to be his next quarterback?
Who
Who's going to
knows?
be his next quarterback?
Who knows? But who knows what they'll promise? Hey, we've got this guy. He's going to make sure you get the ball and blah blah blah. And here's another million. By the way, this whole money thing is changing things.
It is. It is. It is.
I
It's
would hate to
remarkable,
lose
and
Smith,
I
but
like
we've
to
got to
see
be able to
these
throw to
kids
him.
get the money for their families. But I need to see desire. Has to be some desire to play football. We used to go and play smear the queer. You ain't getting nothing out of that deal. But go home and your mama smacking you up and down because you dirty. That's the desire. We need to get back to the desire of playing football and not the money. The money is really
Well,
weakening
it's driving it.
everything. It's weakening their desire, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it's driving it. Yeah.
So Ladybug, let's get this off. Let's understand that um because of the fact that we um are still the top of the echelon of
Well, we
college
are.
football.
Yeah, we are.
We
And
are. We really are. I think things that happened over the course of this year that made it look kind of suspicious, but we'll be back. We'll be back.
yeah, we got a brand new quarterback. Um, we've got, a brand new quarterback. Um, and who needs some experience. And that's really it, you know. Um,
Let's see what he can do. Let's see if they can keep Jeremiah and
yeah,
see about the rest of the crew that's coming in. Hopefully, we don't lose any prospects because of the loss. And let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can rebuild.
yeah, because one thing Jeremiah Smith probably is not going to tolerate is that slow ball. We've got to
Right?
get a good
Yeah. You can't
OC.
if you
If
can't
we
give me
don't
the
get,
ball. What am I here for?
yeah, if we don't get a good OC, he's gone.
Right.
He's
So
gone.
and that's my fear. That's my fear.
Mine too.
Hmm. So
Yeah,
hey family, I really appreciate you guys tapping in and liking and sharing. Um we're still on the rise. We're still trying to get good content and good interviews. Um please, please like and share and
absolutely.
be about this business. Be
Ooh.
about this business. What say you, lady?
Yep, I will say that. Let's be about that business. Um, Remember to follow our new page. Thank you so much, Jason, Super Buckeye fan. And thank you, David, 87, for coming in and giving us and shedding some light on these games, on the whole college football arena. Thank you so much. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and let you guys enjoy this Georgia Ole Miss game because the score is 6-0 right now. So, but Georgia's driving. So enjoy the games and happy new year. And we're wishing you a wonderful 2026. Happy new
We
year.
about that business. We about that business, baby.
Good
Let's
night.
go. Let's go. OHIO.
Go Bucks.
Synesthetic.